Hi guys. Happy Thanksgiving. So I am in my bathroom because this is the only place where I can be without people bothering me. So if there's an echo, please forgive. I am hurting because I just fell in the tub and hurt my elbow. And it still hurts. But I wanted to talk about middle-aged mortality. I need an ice pack because I really hurt myself. Anyway, before I get into it, let me just tell you, oh, this really hurts. So, look, I was getting ready to put some flexi rods in my hair because the festivities are over, at least for me. And before I did that, I was like, well, let me wait so I don't look too crazy because I don't want to get on here with flexi rods and a bonnet. So, I want to talk about middle-aged mortality. So, I was enjoying the time with the family today, and I was going to get into it. Hopefully, I can make this really short. Man, this hurts. I need an ice pack so bad. Let's just talk about how when you're at these events, you can have a whole lot of fun, right? But let me tell you about my middle-aged mortality, how it starts kicking in. I realize resistance is futile because you get there and it's the hugs and the kisses and you're having a good time. You're cracking jokes and it's just fun times. And then you start talking to your mom. I love my mom. But when I say, hey, how's so and so? It's always like, well. I'm like, well, she's still blah, blah, blah. I mean, you usually get the rundown on who's sick, who's not doing well, who's not together. And I'm like, when you start thinking about, what's going on with people and, whose mom has cancer and where it is and what they found. And I'm like, I mean, it's just a part of the circle of life, right? But when you know people and you start hearing about how they're going through medical issues and then their parents, and I don't want to seem like I'm lacking in sympathy, like I'm not sympathetic, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Because I find that at this age, usually at middle age, there's very few weddings, right? There's usually like you're either going to a funeral or you're hearing about a divorce. You don't typically hear a whole lot about people getting married or having babies unless it's somebody's child or something like, it's not like your peers. It's a different generation. The only thing happening in your generation, typically, like I said, is you start being privy to a lot more funerals. I haven't had to go too many, thank goodness. Or divorces. Can we talk about something else in relation? Like, I don't want to deal with that. But anyway, so I'm surrounded with all the fun and the laughter and, then, after you start thinking about how people are dealing with all their health issues, consumption. That wasn't a good talk. There it is. I call these talkable moments. Maybe I'll link that in. What is a talkable moment? So you start thinking about like, well, I better not consume too much. Well, I better think about what I'm consuming. Now, look, I don't know if you guys know this, but as a blackity black, we typically have collard greens, turkey, ham, macaroni and cheese, candy yams, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, the whole nine. So then, now I'm sitting here. Normally, I would want to have, some good with the alcohol and all sorts of good stuff. So I had like about this much alcohol. And I spent a whole lot of time sucking down all this water because my paranoia was high. I'm like, you already said, so-and-so's mom is dealing with all these health issues. Let me tell you, I literally start thinking about like, oh my goodness. Look, I went to the doctor last week because, I'm paranoid about everything, but it was a yearly appointment. They said my blood pressure was 114/76, which is no reason, there's no cause for alarm. But I'm like, people who are in the best of shape drop dead training for guys, let me tell you something. This puts you in contact and in touch with your mortality if I haven't said it. And this is how I know I'm thinking about these things, because I'm going to my third point, but you start marveling at all the generations. I look at my nieces and nephews, I look at the youth, and I definitely get auntie vibes. Auntie vibes. So yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I start thinking about my mortality. I'm like, I'm getting up there. I got to take care of myself. People are getting sick. I mean, people are falling ill. People are getting diagnosed with things. They need to watch my consumption, not just what I'm consuming, but how much. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, like I started thinking about my mortality. Let me tell you, I was eating, I actually felt a little bit of heartburn. I don't even get heartburn. I was like, oh, I just want some water. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is normal, but literally, I went from having fun to feeling like resistance is futile. Back to my first point. I literally was like, resistance is futile. I mean, I have friends who work in the medical industry, and they have commanded to me that I am not allowed to be on the internet. I'm not supposed to look up things and everything, because apparently I have the propensity to maybe be a little bit of a hypochondriac. Like, if you guys only knew how I was about 4 or 5 years ago when I hit right around 40 or close to 40, maybe 38, 39, I can't remember. Maybe that's a story for another day. Because you guys are gonna be like, for real? Like, this is what we're doing? Like, I was literally, I was that person. Anyway, I just wanted to say, look, I overall had a great Thanksgiving. I had a meal here. I went to my mom's house and ate with my sisters and their families, and it was totally fun. My mom and stepdad. It was super dope. Had a good time, but yeah, I definitely was like thinking about my mortality. Like, oh man, we're years away. Like, I don't know why I get like that. I don't know. You guys, let me know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know if you struggle with this type of thing, because I know I'm on a struggle bus. I'm hearing my bathroom full on echo going on, trying to figure out how to get this off my chest, knowing this is probably not the best location. Sorry, I am on my iPad. Yeah, this is not the best location. I haven't done my hair yet. I may do one more live. I was thinking about one more topic, and then I'll get off of this platform. All right, that's all I have. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and y'all gonna stop talking about me and gonna stop laughing at me. Yeah, I was in my feelings. All right, guys. Have a good one. Black opinionated woman.